Good morning, guys. Let me today talk about the topic which is most discussed, most interesting, and most confusing topic in the Italian language, which is Passato Prossimo, the past tense in Italian language, which corresponds to present perfect in the English language. This tense is often confusing for the non Italian speakers because it involves the use of auxiliary verb, and it really gets confusing when to use which auxiliary verb. In Italian language, there are two auxiliary verbs, otherwise known as the helping verbs, avere and essere, to be, to have, or to be. Okay, so if you pay attention towards this video, you will be able to see, and you will be able to visualize, you will be able to know when to use essere or avere. So let me first start by looking at the structure of the sentence in passato prossimo. Structure of sentence in passato prossimo. Since it gets translated to the present perfect in the Italian language, in the English language. For example, let's say I have eaten the pasta. In passato prossimo, how can I say? I can say io ho mangiato la pasta, which means I have eaten the pasta. Io ho, which is from avere, mangiare, passato prossimo, mangiato, la pasta. La is article determinative, pasta is female, so we use female article la. Okay, so the structure is like this. We use pronome, pronoun plus auxiliary verb in the present tense, auxiliary verb avere or essere, present tense, plus main verb like mangiare in passato prossimo. Passato prossimo. Okay, so as you know, there are three main verb endings in the Italian language: verbs which end with are, verbs which end with ere, and the verbs which end with ire. The verbs which end in are, in passato prossimo, they will end in ato. R will become uto, and ire will become ito in passato prossimo. So let's look at the verb are verb mangiare. How does the verb conjugate along with the forms of a person? Io ho mangiato. Mangiato uses avere, and we don't say io ho, we say io ho. We don't pronounce letter H in Italian language, letter H. It's known as H in Italian language. So io ho mangiato. Tu hai mangiato. Mangiato stays same. Lui, lei ha mangiato, mi dispiace. Noi abbiamo mangiato. Voi siete mangiato. Allora, oh no, voi avete, not siete. Loro hanno mangiato. Mangiato uses avere, and let me remind you how does avere conjugate. Io ho, tu hai, lui ha, noi abbiamo, voi avete, loro hanno. essere, io sono, tu sei, lui è, noi siamo, voi siete, loro sono. Now we saw a verb mangiare. How does it conjugate in the Italian passato prossimo? Let's see also an example of ire verb. The verb with ire is dormire. Now ire will change to ito. Io ho dormito. Let me skip all other and directly write loro hanno dormito. And ere verb, dormire means to sleep, mangiare means to eat. Ere verb vendere, which means to sell. Ho venduto. Sometimes we just skip io pronoun because it's understood that when you say o, it's understood that you're talking about yourself. I mean, it's how the avere conjugates in the passato prossimo or even in the present tense, right? We skip o in the Italian io, we skip that. So this is how avere the verbs get conjugated in the passato prossimo. Now there are also verbs which use essere in passato prossimo, essere, but these verbs which use essere, they need to agree with number and gender. This is important. This is very important. For example, the verb which uses essere as the helping verb in passato prossimo is andare. Io sono andato oppure andata. Perché andata? As I said, this has to agree, the verb andato has to agree with the number as well as the gender. For example, I am a male. I can say io sono andato. If I was a female, I would have said io sono andata. I am single, so I use andato and not andati. Ok? Tu sei andato oppure andata, depending on the masculine or feminine. Lui è andato. Lei è andata. Voi siete andati oppure andate. Perché voi means you all, plural, so we have to use plural verb conjugation. So andati or andate if the group consists of only females, andate if the group consists of both males and females, andati. Also in case it consists of only males, andati. Noi siamo andati oppure andati. Tutti e due possibilità. Ok? Loro sono andati oppure capito? Va bene. This is easy. As far as this is concerned, this is easy. In when the verbs use essere, they have to agree with the number as well as the gender. However, those verbs which use avere, they don't have to agree with the gender as well as the number. They stay the same, right? O mangiato is same for every conjugation. For lui, for noi, for loro, for tu, for io. However, the verb andato, it changes to noi. It changes for noi, voi, and loro. Okay. Also for lui, tu, and io, it has to agree with the gender, right? So this is how the Italian past tense works. We have the pronoun, auxiliary verb avere or essere, auxiliary verb avere or essere. We have the pronoun, auxiliary verb avere or essere, and then the main verb which is conjugated in the passato prossimo. Now the next interesting topic which I will discuss further is will be in the next video, and it will be a very important topic in which I will discuss when we can use essere or when you can use avere. Quando usare essere, quando usare avere, which verbs require essere and which verbs require avere. Stay tuned to my channel, guys. See you in the next video. Ciao ciao, ci vediamo, a dopo.